Okay, what about these guys?
Leadership, we don't need a new party in the middle.
Also, Peanut Butter Dickhead apparently has some sort of a sinus infection, and when he snorts, it's like this giant, like, you could tell he's just swallowing a fistful of loogie. Ugh.
Republican and the Democrats are not.
It's like a real bull snort.
Not far apart anyways. Just join the Libertarian Party. It already exists. Maybe you can actually help get some into Congress. Keep going a little bit lower, keep going a little bit lower, keep going a little bit lower. You'll see.
It's nice when, when my show stuff's breaking and we're reading these kind of things just to see what's going on, I'm not looking for the reactions of other people on my side to kind of agree with me. I'm looking for the information or responses from people who are actually participating in the thing. These guys are like just scrolling to see what the temperature is on shitter.
Some of the names of who's there. The reason why this is important, when seasons like this happen.
Yes, these are seasons. Seasons where we've all learned a lesson or two. This is the season of our sorrow. This too shall pass. All right. I know. I'm going to be an asshole about this. Okay, here we go.
You are very easily able to decipher between who's got who's back and who's joining who. So I got a crazy question for you guys.
It's nutty. Let's do this. Whose side are you on? You on the team Musk or team Trump?
Adam, I'm going to come to you since you're next.
Sure.
J.D. Vance, is he more Team Elon or Team Trump?
Uh-oh. They're gonna say Musk.
Elon.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Tech side.
He's Elon.
Think about his upbringing.
That is not
Pat, you heard
good.
His upbringing. What the fuck upbringing? You mean who brought him up? You mean the tech bros that put him in there? He's a VC, he's a venture capitalist, but his upbringing was in the fucking sticks. He's totally forgotten that shit. Like the whole idea that there's some sort of hillbilly elegy savior in the White House. They are fucking clearing the decks on the red states. Are you kidding me? They're cutting everything. Every support structure that his grandmother and his parents relied on when he was broke as fuck. They're trying to, they're pulling the escape ladder up after themselves. That's what this is.
But you know the upbringing with Thiel.
know.
Oh yeah,
Pat, that is
Pat,
not
what
good.
is your perception? You studied
The upbringing with Thiel, like they didn't grow up together. They were in the PayPal mafia together. Whatever.
this a lot.
So
he better be.
No,
he's
Let Pat talk. Let Pat talk, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, please let Pat talk. It's his show. Shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Pat. I'm sorry. I can't believe these people.
Team Elon, if J.D. Vance is Team Trump, of Team Elon, and this whole thing about him bashing Trump back in the days and flipping was
So
just
sad.
a way to have the opportunity coup, because Elon and Thiel and all these guys would find a way to get rid of Trump and put J.D. Vance in there, because Elon did tweet something very interesting earlier today, and what the tweet was.
Don't forget Vivek.
Elon tweeted something very interesting. Here's what
He did. It's very interesting.
said. And food for thought, as they pondered this question.
Oh, this is the whole, I'm going to live longer than he is or whatever. He's only in for 3.5 more years and I'm going to live 40 years.
You have to see this, okay?
You got to see this.
Very interesting what he tweets here. Very interesting.
Why? Because people think it's actually a threat?
Because in life, I remember when I was competing with a lot of younger guys that were coming up with me, and one day I'm on stage 17 years ago, and the girl's saying, "You're never going to be able to compete with us." I said, "You will never, ever build a bigger business than us. Never." She says, "Why do you?" I said, "Because of one thing. You don't have that we have." Never told her what it was. Of course, if she's listened to it, she knows now. You know what it was?
She was a woman in the business and you were guaranteed 30% more of a take automatically because you were in insurance and creating a pyramid scheme, and men tend to do better in like those kind of broad scams. Like, what the
We're thinking 30, 40, 50 years run. So I was 28 years old. I'm going to a freaking 60-year run. I'm going to be working till the day I die. Here's what Musk said. Food for thought as they pondered this question. Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I will be around for 40 plus years.
That's actually.
And he whispered it as well. He was whispering.
That's exactly what I told you guys.
That's what I told you guys about her thing.
If you remember that conversation. What he's trying to tell you is, do whatever you want for me for 3.5 years. JD Vance is around the corner.
Yes. Everybody looks at JD Vance and goes, yeah, try as you might. I got that guy. Nobody can compete with JD Vance in the couch fucking department. It's JD Vance, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. You think you bad? You think you bad? You think you bad? You ain't bad. Like the couch humper. That's right.
Here we go, yeah. Couch humping. Couch humping.
That's right.
Jumping. Feel the beat.
Yeah. Yeah. If you got JD Vance in your corner, as long as you only have easy chairs around, you'll be fine.
And we got more money, more power, and we're going to do it our way. This is a very, now, this is, again, allegedly.
Also, asshole, so you're rooting for like this alligator fight, like two different groups that don't give a rat fuck about the average American, especially these guys who are like eugenicists, and you're like, he's got nothing to worry about. He's basically got this thing where he's going to kill everybody and sterilize poor people.
I know you wearing the allegedly hat yourself. And probably for some of you guys that haven't ordered allegedly hat, this is probably the best time ever.
Oh my God. This is the best time to wear an allegedly shirt when they sell allegedly hats and shirts. Jesus Christ. This is like because of Trump's and in the Epstein files. They've got a line of clothing about Trump's in the Epstein files. Hey, allegedly. No, he actually is. Oh, by the way, have you seen the part about Michael Wolff? Have you seen why? Wait. Let me drop this into the conversation as well. Hang out, folks, because holy shit. Where is he? Let's see. Michael Wolff says something, he actually put, let's see, why the Trump must blow up his, they had this interview with, there we go. Where is it? Trump's getting rid of his thing. Bonnie had why Trump. Oh, here it is. So Michael Wolff, who wrote a couple of these. He's like the king of the guys who writes a book about Trump, that the information in it would have helped like months earlier and waits to release it. This is the part that stuck out to me in this. He was on the Daily Beast podcast and they talk about this. After this thing, Wolff said. Hold on, let me put this in Reader so you guys can see this stuff. Wolff claims he's seen damning... Yeah, this is it. Wolff claims he has seen damning evidence from those years that Trump would not want made public, including alleged lewd images of Trump and the sex offender who died by suicide in New York jail. So, allegedly. Get an allegedly shirt from the Valuetainment Bros. Ahead of his trial on sex trafficking charges. I have seen these pictures. I know that these pictures exist and I can describe them. There are about a dozen of them. The ones I specifically remember is the two of them with topless girls of an uncertain age sitting on Trump's lap, and then Trump standing there with a stain on the front of his pants, and 3 or 4 girls kind of bent over with laughter. They're topless too, pointing at Trump's pants. Barf! Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, atrocious everything, every game. Yeah. Ooh is right. Daily Beast reached out for the White House for comment. And this piece is that's another picture of Trump at a party. Guess who that guy is? Hey, look who. Hey, this is almost the very definition of wingman. Dude is always fucking around. Okay. Those pictures are in the Epstein files. If somebody had access to them, like that and showed them, Epstein showed them or whatever, they're somewhere. They're in that stuff. They're in the collection of items taken from Epstein after his death or in the Ghislaine Maxwell stuff where Trump was wishing her well.
To order an allegedly shirt. We got it on vtmerch.com as one of our top products. Go to vtmerch.com. Rob, put the link below for this specifically. This is the best season to wear allegedly. Okay, it's a word you ought to add to your repertoire. Well, let me go back to it. Here's the point I'm trying to make to you.
That you're an asshole? What? Why would you wear? Where did that come from? Allegedly? Jesus Christ! Like, can you imagine if we all wore that around the fictional fucking laptop?
If this guy's a long-term thinker, and he has more power, and he has more resources, and they're truly playing 3D chess to get JD in there, and that was their way of doing the deal. If you allow me to choose the VP, I'll put $250 million and go to Pennsylvania. Deal. If that moment happened, and him and Thiel, because Thiel wasn't a Trump guy. Remember, Thiel called Trump, and they had the conversation. Thiel called Musk, and Musk said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime election. I don't
Allegedly.
know if you remember this conversation he had with Barry Weiss.
Yep.
And he says, he told me this. When he told me this, I said, he's right. I'm in. What that conversation was, nobody knows. They're two of the most brilliant minds. Peter Thiel figured out a way through Roth IRA to save $6 billion on not paying taxes.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people think that way.
He's a long-term thinker, too. Remember
He's
the
an
Gawker thing?
absolute long-term thinker. Brilliant guy. Huh? What would you say?
The Variety, the media outlet that exposed him for being gay.
Gawker?
He spent like 6 years plotting a way to bankrupt him.
Oh, you do not. So you do not screw with long-term thinkers. But in this case, I'm coming to you first, and I'm going to come to the rest of you guys. J.D. Vance. What is J.D. going to be doing? And is J.D.
Keeping quiet.
going to be somebody that Trump's going to put on the sidelines and not bring in the room when he's doing the decision-making because he knows he's a part of Thiel and Musk? This
is working out very well. I would like to say, hashtag the best people. Another great example of the judgment of Donald John Trump, and his followers are now talking about the fact that he might have to be paranoid around his own VP pick because he might be part of a group that's planning his demise. But Trump is
It's
brilliant.
a very weird time for President Trump to be a president.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So treat him as a normal vice president the way the last two administrations have.
That's right. Never get him involved in anything.
Obama did nothing. Obama did absolutely nothing with Joe Biden for 8
That's a lie.
years. And Biden did
Biden helped craft and get the ACA passed. He was integral to doing it. He was against, he was against the surge in Afghanistan. Obama went through with it anyways. And Biden was like, I'm right. And then when he finally got back in, he was like, I'm blowing out the generals. We're getting the fuck out. And he was right.
absolutely nothing for Kamala Harris for 4 years. For the last 12 years, our vice presidents have done little more than travel to funerals around the globe, passing out flowers and
Nonsense.
saying the American people mourn with you.
And I just checked. He has not, and I know like you want to add, J.D. Vance has not tweeted or said anything, so it'd be
Dun, dun, dun.
very, very telling to see what he's going to say when he does say something.
Good. He should probably keep his mouth shut.
Who's that?
'cause
Who should keep his
J.D.
mouth
Vance.
shut?
Well, if he had his
He's
back-
the vice president of the United States. He was hand selected by Donald Trump Jr. Should probably have Trump's back.
He should.
Yeah.
He should say something.
So
Yeah. Vinny's like, yeah, he should have his back. He should say something in his defense against Elon Musk because Elon Musk just said he was in the Epstein files and he should come to his defense, but he's awfully fucking quiet. What's that? Oh, that's the sound of J.D. Vance entering the room.
feedback here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen long term. I don't know who's going to be right or wrong in the end. I do agree that Elon's going to be around for another 40 years and Trump's got another 3.5 years.
I don't know. I think he's a little slap shot with his drug choices. There's a very strong chance he might pop the wrong pill at the wrong party, and I think Trump is almost counting on that to some degree. I think that's also a big problem that that's why he carries his drugs around with him, by the way, because he can guarantee the source, because people around him know, look, we might be carrying illicit drugs around on his behalf, and that's illegal, but it's better than letting him, get manic, want to take something, and just grab whatever's around from some loser and end up taking fentanyl.
As president. But as of today, Elon Musk is looking like a petty scumbag.
Yeah, I thought this was how it was gonna work. Didn't you? I thought this like I who had money that the PDB guys would be calling Elon Musk a petty scumbag in early June?
I'm sorry, dude. This ain't a good look. This ain't a good look for Trump. This ain't a good look for Elon. And what I'm most concerned about, this is a horrible look for America. So, you know, when you're starting a
I
business,
meant to say slipshod instead of slapshot. You're right. Slipshod.
you always say, be very careful.
I misspoke, and I'm man enough to admit it. Sometimes the wrong words meet the right moment. Sorry. Slapdash kind of got in my brain while I was saying slipshod, and there you went.
You take money from. Be very careful who you're bringing on your board. Be very careful who you're bringing around. Exhibit
Now a warning.
A of why you don't take money from certain people.
You guys were sucking his balls like 2 weeks ago. All right, moving on.